Now, my concern was, if you can quote that fact, you know it, Mayor Daley know it, our government know it, why would you not put all your efforts toward that threshold of pushing our youth past that third and fourth grade so they can be succeed, as opposed to knowing this data and status says this, and you won't do anything to correct that?
Because there's a blueprint plan to make sure we're not successful. Remember the last time Mayor Daley ran against an educated, well-successful black man. His name was Harold Washington, and he lost. Now you've got Tom Dart running against one. His name is Frederick Collins, and he will win. So you've got to understand that education plays a key role for those who don't want to see others have the same opportunity in life as they do. Mm-hmm. They want to keep that upper echelon for themselves. Mm-hmm. They want to hold prosperity in their neighborhoods and their communities for themselves. If you go through Bridgeport, or you go through where Tom Dart, the current sheriff right now, lives at, there's a squad car every other property.
In front of his house.
That's right. But when you go to the black community, there's a vacant lot. What's wrong with that? We've got to change that. That's right. That's right. We've got to change all that. And one of the things I'm going to do is run a jobs fair for minorities, Hispanics, African Americans, Asian. We have every opportunity, and should have every opportunity and right, to do and be a part of this American dream just like everybody else. Just like everybody else.
If they just open the jobs up, city, state, county jobs up to minorities, to blacks, if they would just allow these jobs that they require to be union position, if they would put pressure on the unions to open jobs up to blacks, then you would change the social and economics.
You really would. You really would.
And you know, people go believe me when I tell you it's a system in place. Walmart. Why do you have a Walmart on the west side, but yet they don't want to let it on the south side?
Are you kidding me?
They don't want to let it on the south side, but you have one on the west side because the quote-unquote unions are opposed to it. First of all, 3 million people in this city, everybody that works in the city is not union.
Say it again.
So you go punish those that's not union because the unions fight, or because they have an economic interest in making sure Jules and Dominique's control the city, and they don't want Walmart to come in because that's a new entity coming in, and the wealth is going to shift. Because I already go over to Evergreen Park and out in Matson to Walmart, and I'd like to go over in the 9th Ward or Brookings Ward to Walmart as opposed to going over there, because you're taking the tax dollars out of the city. Of course, I ain't going over there anyway because the taxes going to be higher in the city anyway, so I'm still going out there. But, you know, we got the highest taxes in the nation in Chicago, and Todd Scrooge got the swamp beat out of him about the highest tax in the county with a balanced budget.
Yeah.
The city's in debt, CTA in debt, the Board of Education in debt, and you turn on the news media, Richie's great. He's the greatest thing happening in this city. I'm running for mayor. Can I get your endorsement for mayor?
Matter of fact, you have my endorsement right now. Because let me tell you something. If you were to cut all the lights off and, throw a dart at the wall, you'd be more on point with what this city needs than the current mayor is himself.
Well, that's why I be getting calls
and people
after
say,
my
well, you know
shows,
what?
telling me to run.
Yeah, people say all the time, as I've been campaigning since February of 2009. And everywhere I've gone, we've been received very well by Democrats as well as Republicans. Because understand this, when a man is hungry, he don't have a title. He just wants to eat. You feel me?
Exactly.
And a coach liked to eat too, by the way.
Me too.
Now, we have another guest on we go bring him in a second, but you're running on which ticket?
I'm running on the Republican ticket.
Republican ticket.
I'm a proud Republican, just as Martin Luther King was. And sometimes you have to stand out for what you believe is right. Mm-hmm. If there's ever going to be a change, it has to be something different. Martin Luther King said he wouldn't stop until freedom rang from every hamlet, from every hill. And that's what we've got to do. We've got to understand that not so much to be caught up in titles, but for the last 45, 50 years here in Illinois, the Democrats have ruled, and they've given nothing back to those who've remained loyal to them.
And they ain't going to get nothing back.
No, and it's time for a change. Don't be caught up in titles. Mm-hmm. Be caught up in results.
Yeah, and see, that's my biggest thing. People, especially black folks, they got this notion that the the Democratic Party is the black people party. Republican Party is white, rich people party. They don't realize, number one, it's just a title.
It's just a title.
To run in elected office, of course, have a run. I know firsthand. You have to declare your party.
That's right.
And it's just a title. The party don't make the man.
No.
So people can't get caught, especially older generation. I only vote Democrat, and that's all I'm going to vote for. What are Democrats? I keep telling them, what has Democrats done for you? What has Clinton done for you?
Well, I'll tell you what it's done in the black community. As you travel through it, you can see all the vacant lots in the Hispanic and black community. You can see the loss of jobs in the community. That's what the Democrats have done. They're very proud of that. They stand up for it. They get on TV and they smile about it, and then they get on and they say, we need the National Guard. It's not enough that we've deprived you of an economic growth or anything, but now we're going to put the army on you to make it seem like you're really animals and, you're inhumane and you can't control or do anything. It's real funny. When I go through some of the more affluent areas, they've got after-school tennis.
At the school,
they've got music programs.
Yeah,
they got music programs, and all these different things going on. But when you come
programs in their community, that's my point.
Exactly.
315, 230 Chicago Public School closed. The door's locked up. You can't come in there.
No, you can't. No,
but,
you can't.
And then you don't have none for these kids, and you wonder what they're doing. We grew up, they told us an idle mind was the devil's workshop.
That's right.
And what is it today?
That's right.
What is it today?
Well, and this is, I'm with you on this, Coach, and that is that we have black representatives. Ricky Hendon, Danny Davis, Bobby Rush. I want to see you come out. And I don't want to see you turn your back on those African Americans or Hispanics who are Republican or independents or Green Party when they're standing up for the same thing you're supposed to be standing up for. Don't get caught up in the title. Support your own. Nobody has less respect for anybody who does not support their own. Would you trust a man who couldn't take care of his family and wouldn't take care of his family to help you do anything for your family? You most certainly would not. And so as we've traveled and we've campaigned out here, I've been encouraged by some of those who have stood with us, but I've been really, really disappointed in those who have the opportunity and the wisdom and the knowledge out there to help move things along, but become stumbling blocks to their very own. That has got to change.
Oh, they just... Representative J.C. Watt said it best. They bloodsuckers.
It's got to change.
We got a lot of bloodsuckers in our community call themselves black and ain't got no affiliation with our community other than the fact that they use their title and position to oppress our people so that we can run to them and they can build a power base.
Exactly. My grandmother used to say, just because you got our skin don't mean you our kin.
Oh, I tell you that. Wait, you go to the White House. They call it the White House for a reason. All right, Coach better take a break before you get in trouble here. We're going to be right back and bring our next guest online. Hey, listeners. In addition to this radio broadcast, every Saturday on WCFJ 1470 AM at 12 noon, you can catch the coach on Blog Talk Radio by logging on to my website at www.memayden.com. Or you can catch the coach on TV. Just log on to my website for my upcoming schedule. Talk to me with the coach, Michael E. Mayden. www.memayden.com. That's www.memayden.com.
Are you a youth, high school, or college baseball player looking for private professional baseball lessons? The Lou Carrier Baseball Association offers 5-week sessions. Learn firsthand from Lou Carrier, a 15-year Major League professional. For additional information, call 773-988-0520. That's 773-988-0520, and let him know that the coach referred you.
Talk to me with the coach, Michael E. Mayden. Streaming live 24/7 to a worldwide audience. www.mem247.com. That's www.mem247.com. All right. Welcome back. The coach just flowing today, boy. This hour going past. Y'all got to send the coach here some money so we can go 4 hours. We keep all our guests on for 3 hours and shit. But we're talking politics now. We got another young man on the line that have some political ambition, and he's go from the he's not going Democrat, he ain't going Republican. He gonna switch it up on all y'all and go independent. How we doing today?
I am great, sir. How are you today?
Just fine. Introduce yourself to my listening audience out there.
This is Darius D. Randall. I am an independent candidate running for the Illinois House of Representatives, the 29th District.
And who holds that seat in the 29th District?
The incumbent currently for the district is David Miller.
David Miller.
He's vacating